What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune in and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I'm shocked that LeBron James picked Philly, and maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm shocked, and I think a lot of people are. Um, it just seemed like Cleveland was the obvious choice. With LeBron James being from Ohio and he played with the Cavaliers, like he had two stints with them before. So it just seemed like this would be the best place for him to end his career. And some people in Cleveland wanted LeBron James to come back because uh, not just, more so for the business aspect of it, right? I know the team wanted LeBron to come back because it just means more money. You get more primetime games, and so that's more money. You get probably more people coming to the stadium. You're going to sell more merch and stuff like that, so that's more money. Now, a lot of the fans, you had some fans saying that they wasn't excited about the idea because LeBron James, he had left two times before, so some fans weren't excited about it, and maybe some players on the team really wasn't excited about it. I know I forgot the guy's name, but he said that this was now Donovan Mitchell's team, right? And so so that just lets you know that maybe some of the guys on the team wasn't really excited about it. But this just to me, this Cleveland thing just seemed like it was more so of a done deal, in my opinion. It just seemed like the smartest, move for LeBron James. Now, I did say that if LeBron James signed with somebody else, he was going to sign a 2-year deal, and that second year was going to be optional, and he would try to leave and go to Cleveland and do his retirement tour for the 25th year, right? And so maybe he set it up like that with Philly. I know he signed to 8 million, $8 million, which that's lower than what I thought LeBron James was going to sign for, $8 million. Uh the league minimum for LeBron James was like around $6 million, right? And so all right, so he signed an $8 million deal with the Sixers, and that second year is optional. Now I'm thinking that that's when LeBron James is going to try to go back, because LeBron James is going to his worth, like this $8 million, he's going to take that. But LeBron James know that once he start that retirement tour, and what's going to happen is they're going to he knows that that's going to be worth a lot of money. So I think he'll be able to get away with it. I think, although Cleveland is probably, they probably not really all that pleased with his decision. And, they probably say, well, all right, this is a business decision for him. This is the most money that's probably on the table for him right now. Cleveland made an offer of about, they said all they had was $3 million. But they said that, okay, we'll give you the $3 million, plus what we'll do is we'll bring Bronny back in, right? So that was the deal. Cleveland gambled, thinking that they could just give LeBron James league minimum, bring him in, get all of those TV deals and everything. And but LeBron James, like from a business standpoint, you gotta admire like what LeBron James did. You know, Cleveland banked on the fact that all right, there's some sentimental value with LeBron James being back home in Cleveland, and we're going to bring his son back. They also lowballed him because they thought that that sentimental value would sway LeBron James to coming back. But LeBron James, man, he's going to the place where he think he can win, and the place where he could possibly make the most money. Plus, this shows Cleveland that he is he going to play hardball down to the very end. So I think that I'm not sure if he's going to do both years at Philly and do his retirement tour there, depending on how much success they have. But yeah, man, LeBron James, like he just he just thumbs his nose at Cleveland. He don't really care about the fans, or that hometown thing. I know when he won that championship in Cleveland, he said, "This is for you," and all that other stuff, man. It just makes that moment right there just make it seem like that was phony. Like it was more so about LeBron James than he really not really he don't really care about the fans of Cleveland or the fans, people in Ohio, man. He really don't. It's all about LeBron James. And the fact that LeBron James has moved around from to four different organizations really just proved that, he it's about him. He's going to go to where he think he can have the most success or whatever situation is more beneficial to him. And so if he has to take a dump on Cleveland and the Cleveland fans, he's proven that like this is like his third time that he don't, there's no loyalty when it comes to LeBron James and Cleveland or the Ohio area. It's all about LeBron James, man. And I think that LeBron James, this move right here proves that. And not only do it prove that, it just shows that LeBron James, I got to give him credit. This is a crazy move to go to Philly, man. It's a crazy move, and it's a move that if LeBron James don't play this situation right in Philly, man, Philly fans, man, will they not that's a hard place to play. It's I think in my opinion, I think it's harder to play in Philly than it is New York. New York fans will get on you, but Philly fans, man, they are merciless, man. And I think LeBron James, he gotta have tough skin by now, man. Knowing what he's going into with Philly. If you know, if he's cherry picking and hanging court and he's not playing and or if they think he's load managing or something like that, man, that Philly media and them Philly fans just gonna eat LeBron James up, man. It's gonna be crazy in that over there up there in Philly. I think that it's gonna make for a lot of great content, in Philly. And so yeah, this move really surprised me, man. And I know some people, like I said, in Cleveland was looking forward to him coming back there, especially from a business standpoint. And that's how they're looking at it. They really don't. Eh, it'll benefit them, but I think this just shows me that Cleveland kind of underbid it, right? They thought that because he had a connection there, he'd been there two times, that maybe they could lowball him and get him there. And but LeBron James just proved that he is going to play hardball down to the wire. I want to see what's going to happen, like after the season is over. Like, will he renew or will he sign up for a second year at Philly? That's going to be the question, right? Because this first year he only going to get $8 million, and LeBron James, he understands that like when he do his retirement tour, that like, and also it's going to be his 25th year. Because I don't think like this year right here in Philly, I don't think this is going to be his last year. I think that, I mean, this is good for content, really. This year right here just gonna be a whole. No matter what happens, if he win it all, with Jalen Brown and Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, if Joel Embiid can stay halfway healthy, man, and they win it all, or they go deep into the playoffs, this is like his value just goes up. So LeBron James really, what this move right here just means that LeBron James just bet on himself. He just bet on himself and he bet on the situation. And really, you can't blame him. I mean, like I said, it caught a lot of people off guard with him going to Philly, prolonging and maybe LeBron just really don't care about, like the retirement tour. He'll do a retirement tour anyway. He probably don't care. Because if it's all about LeBron James, then he could do a retirement tour in Philly. He and they're gonna probably bring Bronny over with him, and he don't care. And so this move right here just showed that he don't care. So if he can do a retirement tour in Philly, they can go back to the table and negotiate more money. He know that that's going to be worth more money. So that this was a shrewd business move on LeBron James, and he, like I said, he just took another dump on the city of Cleveland, the state of Ohio, and really don't care, man. So It's going to be this going to be interesting. This situation with him playing with Jalen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, and all. Like, what is the chemistry going to be with them and Joel Embiid? So yeah, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting to say the least. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm gonna check you all out in the next video. Peace.